You see, the Act 703 was amended, and we provided that the minister shall prescribe the royalty rate for mining companies in Ghana. But in the absence of that prescription, the status quo will remain. So 5%, which was what the companies were paying at the time, remain until now. And I think this whole discussion came about as a result of this lithium deal. And so we realized that there was a need for the minister to now prescribe. Now, I recall that as far back as in 2012, my committee, that's the Ghana Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, proposed to government to adopt a windfall tax for the mining sector. Because, we're dealing with a commodity, and commodity go through boom and bust cycles. So resource owners want to position themselves to be able to cream off a bit of the extra profit during the boom periods. And so we proposed, at the time I recall the gold price was around $1,600. So the industry kicked back and said, look, this is not the time to be talking about, extra profit tax. Prices are depressed. And so let's wait. When the right time is ripe, we can talk about this. And so we left it. But in the oil sector, around the same time when we're developing the Petroleum Revenue Management Framework, we provided for an extra profit tax in the form of an additional oil entitlement. So as we speak, in fact, I think last year, one of the companies, I'm not too sure, it must be Petro SA, paid extra profit tax to the state because it had exceeded the threshold and without compulsion, willingly paid the extra profit tax. So every resource, especially if it's a commodity that goes through a boom and bust cycle, you need an arrangement that enables you to cream off a bit of the extra profit that companies make during the boom periods. And so this is what has brought us here. Because we did not have an extra profit tax arrangement in the mining sector, we decided to go for the alternative, which is a sliding scale. Sliding scale allocates risk and benefits equitably. So when the price goes up, we all share the enjoyment, the benefits of the boom. And when the price becomes depressed, the companies pay less and government also get less. So we move up and down based on the price movements and therefore the profitability of the mine. I think that makes sense for me, and I see that as an alternative to the windfall tax. They all serve the same purpose. But what has brought all this discussion and the concerns from some of our development partners, the American Embassy and some of the development partners have spoken to me and raised these concerns. I do not think we had adequate consultations, especially in establishing the price bands or the thresholds at which the various royalty rates kick in. And so some feel disadvantaged. Again, if you look at the industry, the three biggest companies that produce the bulk of our gold are Newmont, Anglo Gold, and Goldfields. They have stability agreements. So this particular new royalty regime will not be applicable to them. That, you agree, creates some discrimination because the majority of the companies, the 15 or so that are on their own, a lot of them are struggling. But some are Ghanaian, like Adamus Resources, Asante Gold and all that. And then we have Namdini coming on board and all. These are Ghanaian companies. They are going to have to pay 12%. It's a challenge for them because even some of the bigger companies that have been around longer are struggling with the operations.